Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna. Illuminating text 28, text 29 and text 30 of chapter 15, the Pandavas retire timely of first canto creation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Text 28, Suta Uvacha, Evam Chintayato Jishnoho Krishna Padasa Roruham Sauhara De Nati Gardhen Shanta Si Dvimala Matiha. Suta Goswami said, thus being deeply absorbed in thinking of the instructions of the Lord, which were imparted in the great intimacy of friendship, and in thinking of his lotus feet, Arjun's mind became pacified and free from all material contamination. Since the Lord is absolute, deep meditation upon him is as good as yogic trance. The Lord is non-different from his name, form, quality, pastimes, entourage, and specific actions. Arjun began to think of the Lord's instructions to him on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Only those instructions began to eliminate the tinges of material contamination in the mind of Arjun. The Lord is like the sun. The sun's appearance means immediate dissipation of darkness or ignorance, and the Lord's appearance within the mind of the devotee can at once drive away the miserable material effects. Lord Chaitanya has therefore recommended constant chanting of the name of the Lord for protection from all contamination of the material world. The feeling of separation from the Lord is undoubtedly painful to the devotee, but because it is in connection with the Lord, it has a specific transcendental effect which pacifies the heart. Feelings of separation are also sources of transcendental bliss, and they are never compared to contaminated material feelings of separation. Text 29. Vasudevana grhayanudhyana Paribhrumhita Ramahasa Bhaktya Niramathi Tasheshaka Shayadhishano Arjunaha. Arjun's constant remembrance of the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna rapidly increased his devotion, and as a result, all the trash in his thoughts subsided. Material desires in the mind are the trash of material contamination. By such contamination, the living being is faced with so many compatible and incompatible things that discourage the very existence of spiritual identity. Birth after birth, the conditioned soul is entrapped with so many pleasing and displeasing elements which are all false and temporary. They accumulate due to our reactions to material desires, but when we get in touch with the transcendental Lord in his variegated energies by devotional service, the naked forms of all material desires become manifest, and the intelligence of the living being is pacified in its true color. As soon as Arjun turned his attention towards the instructions of the Lord as they are inculcated in the Bhagavad Gita, his true color of eternal association with the Lord became manifest, and thus he felt freed from all material contaminations. Text 30. Gitam Bhagavata Jnanam Yat Tat Sangram Murdhani Kalakarma Tamo Ruddham Punaradhya Gamata Prabhuha. Because of the Lord's pastimes and activities, and because of his absence, it appeared that Arjun forgot the instructions left by the personality of Godhead. But factually this was not the case, and again he became Lord of his senses. A conditioned soul is enwrapped in his fruitive activities by the force of eternal time, but the Supreme Lord, when he incarnates on the earth, is not influenced by Kal or the material conception of past, present and future. The activities of the Lord are eternal, and they are manifestations of his Atma Maya or internal potency. All pastimes or activities of the Lord are spiritual in nature, but to the layman they appear to be on the same level with material activities. It so appeared that Arjun and the Lord were engaged in the battle of Kurukshetra, as the other party was also engaged, but factually the Lord was executing his mission of incarnation and association with his eternal friend Arjun. Therefore, such apparently material activities of Arjun did not drive him away from his transcendental position, but on the contrary revived his consciousness of the songs of the Lord as he sang them personally. This revival of consciousness is assured by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita 18.65 as follows. Mana mana bhava mada bhakto mada yaji mama namaskuru mama iveshyasi satyam te pratijane priyo asi me. One should think of the Lord always, the mind should not forget him. One should become a devotee of the Lord and offer obeisances unto him. One who lives in that fashion becomes undoubtedly endowed with the blessing of the Lord by achieving the shelter of his lotus feet. There is nothing to doubt about this eternal truth. Because Arjun was his confidential friend, the secret was disclosed to him. Arjun had no desire to fight with his relatives, but he fought for the mission of the Lord. He was always engaged in the execution of his mission only, and therefore after the Lord's departure, he remained in the same transcendental position even though it appeared that he forgot all the instructions of the Bhagavad Gita. One should therefore adjust the activities of life in pace with the mission of the Lord, and by doing this one is sure to return back home, back to Godhead. This is the highest perfection of life. Hare Krishna.